Sing it because you had it on.
The one with the picture of a flower.
It won't take on the picture of the flower.
So these cats are an animal that actually eat little and often. So what we do is we feed all the small cats we have on our site twice a day. They feed on a mixture of rodents and birds here at the Big Cat Sanctuary. So today it looks like the girlies have been given some day is what we call an enrichment feed, okay? So these cats out in the wild are not just going to come across a dead food item in front of them. They are going to have to work for their food a little bit more. And that's those amazing ears, okay?
Yeah.
So these guys
Too
are
busy
probably
moving
probably
about.
have some of the best hearing of the entire cat family. Those ears act like giant satellite dishes for them. So what it actually allows them to hear is rodents in the undergrowth, because this is what they predominantly hunt. Not only can they hear rodents in the undergrowth, but also they can allegedly hear a rodent from about... There you go, just like she did there. That was actually quite a nice demonstration. So actually you might have seen us stun their prey. It's exactly what servals do. They will jump up, and then as they come down and apply the pressure onto the floor on the prey, it stuns them, and they find it easier to catch the food basically. Entertainment animal trained for the film and TV business. A sanctuary here in the UK. Before that shut down about 12 years ago. We actually rehomed quite a few of their animals known for those tufted ears. So they've got these beautiful feathery tops to their ears. Lynx are actually very good at jumping, just like the servals next door. Also, just like servals, will jump about 9 foot vertically in the air and take birds that fly low overhead. It is actually believed that the tufty tops of the ears actually allow them to hear or allow them to detect aerial signals when they are jumping. There's actually some science behind it. They have feathery bits they've chopped off. They will then monitor them for 5 years and see the effect on the ecosystem, but also see how local people take to the idea. There has been a lot of backlash from local people. Cats are very much woodland and forest dwelling animals. They are very shy of us. Petra is completely different to that because she was a hand-reared animal who has been used. This little monster. She's a wicked little cat to have. You can see as she reaches up there why they're called the rusty spotted cat. They have rusty coloured spots up on their belly. Yeah, as long as she's away from the mesh, get as close as you can, get the bars out of the way, they're absolutely fine. Here you go, good girl. Big old stretch today. So we give this little one again her twice a day feed, breakfast and dinner is in the form of her enrichment feed today, getting those muscles working, getting those legs working up and down that feed pole, very, very useful for her. But yeah, these little cats are very underrepresented in research and in zoo collections and things, so we absolutely love having her here. She's always a bit of a shock, a bit of a surprise to people that have never seen or heard this cat species before.
Look at that.
But as you can see, she loves her food, is very determined, so we always like to bring her food out on the side and kept busy. But she's just so nosy, really. The way she sits on these platforms, you can see over and watch everything that's kind of happening, really. So Caracal's a great little cat. It's not doing too badly in the wild. Again, just watch the dip from the concrete to the wood chip. This is what they use. Our male. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's two.
In the tunnel. Yeah, they're all out and about today, so have a good old wander around and have a little look. So we have, let's say, a whole family just coming through the tunnel here, and her two cheeky little boys. Koshi up top, who's trying to grab at everyone's camera, and you've got Kumbu hiding in the rocks here ever since. You're in a funny mood today, didn't you? We've been trying to breed as well, so every other day or so you get a bit of time with mum and the baby as well. Do you watch little one as it comes up? And start breeding of their own in the years to come. These cats are really vulnerable. Mountains of the Himalayas across Central Asia, perfectly built for the cold weather and the steep mountain faces. That long tails for balance and for warmth, especially into the summer as well. You can see a beautiful rocky camouflage on top, snow camouflage underneath. And they even have enhanced sinuses that helps them heat up cold air before it goes to their lungs. So incredibly well built. They're very, very sweet with each other. Boys, you're little troublemakers today, aren't you? You've locked your brother in. Yeah, that's you. Who's that Kumbu?
put in that old Chelsea, yeah. Snow leopards, but in very, very rocky climates. Tails really, so we have to feed them plentiful, but their coats go from these tiny, they've got these gorgeous little hourglass, sexy little bodies underneath, but in the winter they just go into these, as I say, little pom-poms on legs. They're great little cats to have here at the sanctuary. I've got little enrichment feeds for them today, so I'm going to put Cara and Jethro's in. So Cara is in front of you, she's our 2-year-old female, the one that's up and about a bit more, and Jethro, this boy on the side.
It's a trap.
They're starting to get really playful and really interested and really naughty, aren't you? Hey. So yeah, they're just growing up. They're 6-month-old boys. This is kind of what we expect.
Yeah.
Really. They start to get very cheeky and very playful. Don't be cosh. Okay?
Come on then. You want a wheelchair?
On the left is called Puna, she's 15. We've got Nice on the right, who's 16. And Naya in Indonesia. So these are proper jungle kind of habitat cats, really. This is what you think of. When you think of tigers, you kind of think of what Nice is. There's Rainbow.
I'm not getting good shots on that. Put it on that as macro.
No, I'm good on macro.
I don't have to tom feed anything if you don't want to, but there is enough for you to
look,
give out.
it's rubbish.
So, if I have your attention for a second, I know I'm not as pretty as them, but I just need to let everyone know something. When you're tom feeding the cats, I'm going to put the bit of liver into the tom that you're going to hold. All you have to do is keep them flat like that. The meat should stick out most at the end. That's all that needs to go through the mesh. The toms do as well. Don't worry too much about it. The cat will just take the meat on the toms. But do hold on to them nice and flat if you can. If you just turn them that way, it means that if they do grab onto their food, they don't just let their teeth and punch like that on those ones. So just keep it nice and flat for you. As I say, we won't take it. I do want to pay you a little demo just so you know what I'm doing. So for this, you can slip out here. That's absolutely fine. Pass it through. And then take it nice and gently. Okay, so that's all you need. Okay, so this is Nias. This is our male Smarden. He can come up high if you want him to, or he can stay down low on all 4 of his paws. Okay, so that's down to him. So I'm just going to down for you. I'm just going to hold him nice and tightly on that. You're going to come out the yellow line a little bit for me. That's it, lovely. Raise him up a little bit when you're ready.
Goodness me.
Well done.
That's violent.
Well done. This is Zizi here at the front. On the floor, she is our 14-year-old female. That is Tara, our female North Chinese. That's a very distinctive leopard call that you might have heard during your time here already. It's a very short, sharp grunting noise, and that indicates a territorial call from the leopards. It's not as soaring the other ones. There you go. No, you're all right. My buckets were behind you. There you go. So yeah, you do hear a lot of vocalisations from these cats, and just kind of showing themselves to be the big, big cats that they are, and just making sure that they can stand up for themselves. Really. But yeah, the Amma leopard reintroduction is a 7-year-old female that was born and raised here at the sanctuary. Her mum, dad bred here 7 years ago. Had a list of 3 girls. Her 2 sisters live at our sister site at Paradise Wildlife Park in Hertfordshire. But Amasia has always been a little bit more territorial, a bit more wild in nature, and a bit more nervous. around crowds of people. So it's best suited her lifestyle here at the sanctuary instead, which is a bit quieter. So if we, and she may be part of that breeding program. No camouflage that she'd need out in the wild, and a much lighter orange colour as well, darker smart. This is supposed to be a white tiger, but he's kind of half white and half muddy today. Come on in, over in Hertfordshire at Paradise Wildlife Park. Has been there about 7 of his 8 years, so he's been there a long time. He's very settled kind of over there. He's only here temporarily because his enclosure is being moved and refurbed and built from scratch basically. Hose away, he knows how beautiful it is. Yeah, the Paradise Wildlife Park.
Pride Rock in Tiffany's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's starting this territorial war.
You sleep all right?
Yeah, yeah.
On and off. Like the brick end.
You know, I was literally eyeing up the sofa like.
Yeah. Well, with extra sleepy stuff at the end, not the hour. But once we went back, I was so Enjoy your breakfast.
You see it? Yeah.
Did he come up?
You're looking. Can you?
Very much a conviction, didn't it?
Mild.
Yeah.
Some love house in the first early days of her life. She was sadly rejected by Mum, and it wasn't sort of sure to us why for the sort of first part of her life. And then you may have seen on the programme that she would have some slight issues where her sight wasn't the best and also her balance. She's completely grown out of it now, but it could have been the reason that Mum rejected her. They have this sixth sense that we just cannot character. Also, he's a slight shower, and people are something that he's ended up loving over here at the same character. Also, population in the wild, but your black jaguars are thriving in the dense forest. Where it is obviously a lot darker, they hunt very well, and they're also breeding very well. So that's where their population is looking around. So definitely hide your little thumb, and then he keeps biting on the mesh for being impatient. So then we will be standing side on to the mesh. So I'll do the little thumb. We'll be standing side on, and he will come up on his back leg for me. In the perfect position. Let me know when you're ready, and then we'll do it. So if you turn side on for me, sir. You pop your hands out flat. Perfect. So we turn side on a little bit more, and we come a bit closer. So around to where my foot is. You're okay to move a little bit closer for me?
Yep.
And then when you're ready, pop it closer. We let go. Perfect.
Well done.
Yeah, he tends to stay up and eat it. We will get side on for me, please, madam. Shall we turn side on this way? Yeah, perfect. We go a little bit more side on for me. Perfect. And then if he comes up, you feed him on this side, and he'll take it through for you. There we go.
Oh, brilliant. Look at those claws.
Yeah. You're okay, just take a little step back for me. Perfect. In their bedrooms, you might be able to see the window. Well, we aren't currently breeding for many of these, but thinking with Toto coming from Exmoor Zoo, which is in Devon, and their body, the fur on their coat as well. All these differences, and also the sort of colour as well. So whether their fur is going to be a lot thicker than others, it might also be a little bit darker as well, because obviously temperature changes across the course. Once rehomed from here, She went to our sister park, Paradise Wildlife, that you can probably tell by her enclosure is a little bit different to the girls next door and to the boy as well. They aren't sort of, so like our small cats that you saw yesterday, you probably haven't heard of many of them and maybe never even seen one before.
No,
that's why we love to be able to educate people and have these little ambassadors around the sanctuary that are basically a great face for us to just tell you all about them. Small cats actually take up chilled out on the top of the just like your lions. Tutors can actually form male coalitions, also known as bachelor groups. So once them being very non-confrontational and wanting to keep to themselves, we could literally stand in that standoff and he would just turn the other way, even though he knows that we're actually not in with him. They just sort of want to keep to themselves. He's obviously spotted something. I did notice one of our photographers going around on the photography day, and all of the cats love our lead photographers because they come with a bucket of meat basically, and they will just be fed for doing nothing. So the female that's just got up, that is Joy. She is Mum. She's come to say hello to you. Oh, she's very intrigued by you.
Yes, a wheelchair.
What's going on?
That?
What's that, Joy?
No.
I've literally never seen her do this.
Hello.
Aww. This is so cute.
Funny enough, another one yesterday fell in love with the wheelchair.
Oh, really?
Oh, look at that.
So this is Joy. She is Mum. She's 12 years old. It was actually her sister that we lost about 6 months ago. So Sophia it was her. She got Manzi, the two lion boys' brother. But the food, the males always get have the two son and daughter of Joy as well. So this is Ngozi, the male, and then his sister Imara. So the only reason I'm not bringing you into the stand-up area at the moment is because they're very, very territorial. So this is where the grumbling and so on is coming from, and grumbling from man. So if you did want to do a hand feed with one of these, you can. Probably Ngozi is the best bet here, as he's up and about. They are very, very gentle. They're just all sorts. They are gentle giants. They just like to remind you that they are lions. Does anybody want to do a lion? If we do, no, honestly, they're really chilled. It's just a lot of talk beforehand. Don't you? If we did do it, I was just going to ask sort of hand feeder and to exactly the same. He's obviously quite a tall, so he's going to come probably up here. You don't have to feed him. You can feed him head high if you want. It's just very gentle. And then photo-wise, you'll probably do the best a little bit further down there. Are you ready? Perfect. You make a little fist. Yep. We turn side on for me. We've got to get quite close. So we turn a little bit more side on. We hold our hand that way. Ngozi, come on. Okay. This side.
Oh, I missed it.
Do another one.
I missed it. You want some as well?
Only reason he's been a bit grumpy now is because his sister's up and down. Come on. Good boy. Okay. So again, just sort of take him to whatever height you want. If you can stand in front of me, we turn around, we'll get a little bit closer to where my foot is, and then whenever you're ready, come up however high you want him. Put it on this side of the neck.
Got it.
Oh, I missed it, sorry.
Did it?
No.
And for me, a little bit closer, wherever you feel comfortable taking, keep it on this side of the mesh now.
I didn't want to take it.
Keep it outside the So it opens his mouth very, very wide. You feel comfortable. So you pop your hand out. If you can pop your hand out flat for me, so I can pop it in just where you're, there we go, nice and tight. So if you want to come and stand side on to me, we turn this way, we turn side on. So if you're not facing me, And we go a little bit closer for me. Perfect. And then he'll come up wherever you feel comfortable. We take a little step back for me, sir. Good boy. Welcome. Good boy. Feel free to come a little bit closer to get some photos. He just sits there very chill now. In his grass so much here that he's basically, it's no grass anymore. So there's just mud. So we had to put some wood chipping down because he was coming out half black, half white.
Yeah, we saw one yesterday that was
Yeah.
a bit...
So, very happy.